Welcome to part 5 of working with Adobe Premiere Elements 9. Here we're going to do a little bit of special effects. So often what you might want to do is have some green screening, or not often, but to get that sort of weatherman effect where you have a green screen or a blue screen or some other color, and then you remove that color so that you can see what's behind it. So you could layer some people dancing. I'm going to do that in this clip, people dancing, and another video running behind it, or you could have a still picture, whatever you want. So it's working with layers and adding another layer of video and working with some transparency. So first thing we got to do is we're going to get some media. So I've got some pictures, some video already queued up here, some green screen stuff. So the first one I'm going to get, I'll get both of these actually. Oops. Hold down Control to select both of them. And I go into that view that I don't like. So I'll just double click on Project again. So you can see my assets that I have in here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work with this clip that I have called Julia Taylor Abbey. So I'll just double click on it to bring up the editing window, the preview window. So I just slide over to select the part of the clip that I want to use. Set my in. Set out. Actually, I think better over here. I'll drag that clip down. This time I'll drag it to another video layer, the layer above. When you do this, if you've got a solid background color, it's going to ask you right away to apply an effect called Video Merge. I'm just going to say yes. I can close this down. Now if I slide over here, I can see what's happened to my clip. Right away it's removed the background color, which is kind of what we wanted it to do. You can fine-tune this. If it doesn't pop up, you can also add this effect later. So I'll go to my Edit menu. And I'm going to go, and you can see right away that it's applied an effect. It's applied the effect Video Merge. So if I go to Edit Effect, and I just expand that a little bit. Right now I'm showing the keyframe slider. So if I want to see that, so if I want to, I remember I was showing you this a little bit earlier, to add keyframing. So if I want to have an effect blend in or out or whatever I want to do, I can do that by just adding keyframes on the various things. Anyway, back to this. So if I want to pick a color, I can check that off. I'll just hide this so that you can see. So if I want to select a color, I can actually select it with my eyedropper if I want to get more precise. So I can do that, or I can let the Video Merge do it for me. I can increase the tolerance. It's not having much of an effect here. Just leave it where it is, probably is fine. You might soften it up, detailed, or normal. Once you're happy with that, you can just shrink that down. The other thing that we have is we have a motion video effect, if you like to call it that, and we can scale this up and down. So I'll just scale it so that I push my bars right to the edge of my window. I don't need to keyframe this because it's going to be that way. Now, so if I just preview here, I can see the girls dancing. Now that's kind of interesting. It's a little bit blurry because it hasn't been rendered, but it's interesting, but like that. But it's more interesting if you put another layer in here. So I'll go back to my organize, and I'll drag down this other video clip. If you prefer to look in this view, I can drag that down here, and I'll put that down below it. I'll trim it down because it only has to go to that length. And I'll turn down the audio here because I don't really need to hear the audio in that. And I also don't need to hear the audio in this because I'm just going to have music playing. So now you can get the whole effect of what's going on here. I can see that the girls are alright. I might want to make my video in the back a little bit bigger. So I'll click on that to select that video track. I'll go to Edit. I'll go to Effects. I'm already there. I'll go Edit Effects. One of the default ones is Motion, which is Scale and various other things. So you could make this thing zoom in and out if you wanted to. But for this effect, I'll just make it a little bit bigger so it fills the screen. You can also just use the sliders here to zoom it up, or the little numbers on the side there.
Get real with the fever on the dance floor. Now who got the fever for the flames? Who can think the way that I flex on a track? Conclusion rampage. Ricky Rick on point with the knife I style for my lip. That be rolling the mad joints.
So the effect that you get with that is called green screening or chroma keying, or in this program is video merge. So play around with those effects. There's lots of fun to be had in there. And that's part 5 of working with Adobe Premiere Elements.